All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another episode of The Mix Behind the Mic. Today's special guest, photographer Carmela Scalabrino, originally from Naples, Italy, now in Newtown, PA area.
Yes, sir.
Carmela, welcome to the pod.
Thank you.
Excited to have you on. I'll be blunt and honest when I say I was like peeking at like who's the next couple people we're going to come have on. And I saw something of yours on Facebook and I was like, oh my God, she needs to come on the pod. So welcome.
What an honor. Thank you.
You got big shoes to fill today now.
You know, I think I can do it.
Okay.
I might be tiny, but like I can fill it.
So start us from the beginning. How did you get into photography? Did you originally get into wedding photography? Paint the picture, set us up.
So I'm a COVID baby. So I started my photography during COVID.
Okay.
I always had a camera in my hands. I have 3 babies, so I always would take pictures of them. And I started off with family photography, and then I slowly realized that I don't really like other people's kids. Respectfully,
awesome.
love all your babies. So all my clients, love you. Thank you for coming to me.
I get it. Okay.
But it's just harder to get small babies to concentrate.
Sure.
And I realized that I just love being around adults. I can say weird shit and they'll listen and focus.
You traded babies for brides.
Yeah, I traded
okay.
babies for brides and dirty jokes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I dig it.
And that's kind of how it started.
So we popped right into, all right, let's go back. Got in families. That was not the move. Completely just transitioned into like, did you do a friend or two that got you in? Or
Shout out to Nikki. She was getting married and I did a couple family portraits for her, and she knew that I was just getting started into photography, and she said, listen, I'm getting married. I don't really have a ton of expectations. I just want some really great family pictures. She had 2 babies at the time who were included in her wedding. And she's like, as long as you get family pictures of me on my wedding with, my husband, I don't care what everything else looks like. And I'm like, okay, cool. She didn't really put a bunch of pressure on me.
Sure.
She ended up telling a bunch of her friends who were also getting married around the same time. And I did her friend's wedding before her wedding. Haley, love you, girl. And she kind of said the same thing. She's like, I don't really have a ton of expectations. I don't really care what you get. I just want some portraits, and then whatever else, do what you want. And that's kind of what happened. I did Haley's wedding, and then I did her entire friend group. And before I knew it, I had 10 weddings lined up, and I hadn't really done much of them. And I loved it. And that's kind of how I kind of slowly transitioned. I still do family stuff, but mostly for a very core group of families that kind of stuck with me from the beginning. And then I like to follow my couples through their life. So past couples, I'll do their family portraits when they get pregnant, their maternity stuff, and I kind of grow with them. I don't really take a ton of new clients for families. And then I also do boudoir. I love me a naked bitch.
Okay. I dig it. I see it a lot on Facebook that, I know you're in these.
Oh, a ton of them.
They're, I don't want to say they're like becoming more a thing. I just think they're more popular is out in the open. The right way to
I
put
think
it.
social media has definitely normalized
That's
it.
the way I want to put it.
Yeah,
That's true.
100%. And I think we're also in a time frame where women empowerment, loving your body, blah, 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 kind of became a really big thing. And now people are normalizing boudoir stuff a little bit more. I get a lot of couples that do it, or not couples. I get a lot of women that do it for their partners.
Future spouse.
Yeah. Or I just get a bunch of women that do it because they're like, fuck, I look good. I want to remember this when I'm 80 or, when I have, grandchildren and stuff.
That's awesome. And I don't think I would ever think about it. Doing it for yourself, cool, power, all that, fine. Doing it for your spouse, cool. I don't think I've ever thought about it doing it for your 80-year-old self.
Fuck
of like,
yeah. 100%.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like when you're old and gray, you want to look back on and be like, damn, I was a baddie.
No,
with a fatty patty. Look at me.
It makes total sense. So in the weddings, do we start with what are you loving today? I like to save the tea for a little bit. So one thing we always start off with, so you're 6-ish now years in. Are you doing this like full time?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What do you love in 26? What do you love in 26 that wasn't around for the 2 shout outs you just gave, if you will?
That's a really great question. I think what I love now is I think people are being, photographers, I think, are being more vocal on setting realistic expectations for your wedding day. I think a lot of people get sucked into this like internet world and Pinterest and social media. And like, I try to tell people all the time, you're not a Pinterest board. Your wedding is you. It should be representation of who you are, what your love story is. And I think a lot of people are starting to like grasp that. I think back then a lot of people did use like, I mean, I still think people use Pinterest now to show people like, this is what my vibe is. This is what I want. But unfortunately, I have people that are showing me things that are like in a field in Switzerland. And it's like, babe, you're getting married in your mom's backyard in a tent. Like, where's like, what are we looking at? Like, what are you trying to show me that you want from it? And I don't think that people should compare like what other people's weddings are like, because it's never going to be the same. Your love story is different. Your partner's different. Your venue's different. Your vibe is different. Your loved ones are different. Like how you guys met is different. And it should just be that.
Where would you say you fit into this whole spiel of wedding?
Oh, that's a great question, because I hate the buzzwords that we have now. Editorial, documentary, cinematic, storytelling. Like
these all are written on this list right here. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like they're great. Like they're great words to describe certain things. But I think that where I fit in is I like to capture the day as it unfolds. I hate when couples feel like they need to perform for me. I don't want you to do that. You guys spent so much money creating this day, and it's a 1 in a billion where you have all of your loved ones in one room. You should be as present with them as possible. Obviously, we cultivate a formal like photography timeline, but I hate to feel pressured. I hate running from one time to one time to one time. And the same with my couples. I don't want them like, what time is it? We have to go run and do this. Or what time is it? We have to run and do that. Obviously, we're going to follow it, but I don't want there to be a rush moment. I want you to get ready. I want to be there as you're getting ready. I don't want you to like rush to get ready. When it's your first look, I want you to like be present with your partner and enjoy seeing them for the first time, all dressed up, and just like taking deep breaths and remembering the first time you guys said, I love you. Everything that brought you to this moment needs to like be felt and real and organic. So I like to say that I like to be a fly on the wall. I know when to jump in when I need to. I always carry music with me. I think having a Bluetooth speaker and like using that as an icebreaker for the couple, for the bridal party, getting ready, hyped up with like old music and like a little bit of Lil Wayne or a little bit of anything, like it gets everybody so excited that when it's photo time, they're already in the mood. I don't have to like pull teeth to get everyone to smile or have a good time.
That vibe helps us wedding day too.
100%.
Hours later.
Well, hot take. I think that photography and DJ should be they need to go hand in hand. I think the gallery size changes dramatically when a DJ can't keep a crowd going. If there's a dry dance floor, I can't do shit. Like there's nothing for me to capture. What am I going to do? People sipping on their champagne? And eating their filet mignon? Like what the hell is going to do?
Shit you already got and needed before the dance.
I already got it.
Right. So
it's done. Right. And I think, so I'm one of 5. When my brother got married and we got his wedding gallery back, all we did was look through the dance floor pictures, zoom in on people in the background, all the faces they were making. And that is what we relived. If a DJ can't keep the vibe going, my couple has none of those like fun dance floor vibey moments. Like I can't pretend to make those.
I'm curious of this. What percentage of weddings would you say is a killer DJ versus shit DJ? 50-50? More than half?
So many. Sorry to all my people.
You don't do enough weddings with us.
I don't. So we need to fix that. Yeah, no, I do get a lot. And I have another hot take.
We're here for them all.
I hate a band.
Okay.
I hate a band. Okay. You get what you pay for.
First off,
Number one.
No, go ahead.
You get what you pay for. If you get a stellar band that has a sax who also has like DJ stuff, like that can be great. Like that will work out amazing. You're playing Beyonce and that guy and his little saxophone's coming out. He's killing it. That's a vibe. But if you're going to get a band who has a little old white lady, no disrespect, who's going to do a remix of Missy Elliott, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. I truly don't. Let Missy Elliott do her thing. She doesn't know half the words she's saying at the end of that song anyway, so but let her do it. No. Like, let her do it. Like, let her have her moment. I don't need the little lady to do it. But again, I also don't feel like it keeps the dance floor going either, because they have to sing that whole song. They have to finish it out. And it's just not moving like I wanted to.
You just pinpoint something I didn't think of, but let's see if I can keep all my ADHD thoughts together. Don't go back. Don't let me forget about the full song. But in my 20s, we'll say, I loved going out for a band, throwing a couple back and pretending I was a rock star in front. Okay.
100%.
Loved it. I will also agree that in most cases, I don't think I'm a fan of a band at weddings unless you hit the nail on the head. It's all about the band. But bands are, first off, everything in weddings is expensive today. We know that.
100%.
Bands are very expensive.
100%.
When you think of how many people are in the band, but you're not also thinking about the sound guy, roadie, setup, there's a massive take for a band.
For sure.
But I think you hit the nail on the head, the Missy Elliott. If I want to hear Frank Sinatra during dinner, I want to hear actually Frank Sinatra.
I want to hear Frank Sinatra. Yes.
And the same thing of going back to the songs. If a DJ plays a song that's killing the vibe,
you throw a good transition.
They can get out of it.
Yes, quicker. Yes.
Then the band's going to play the whole song, and something I really never thought of.
Yes.
But I think it's very broad of what you said, because there's some 8-piece bands that have multiple horns and strings and all these things, but like bands take breaks. Some of them bring a DJ with them, so there's multiple variables of it.
I think there's different levels. There's a time and place for certain things. I think a band for like a retirement party, great. Respectfully to my older generation, perfect. But like for younger crowds, cancel me if you will, but I'm a hater. I just don't think we need a band.
So 2 things I think of, and I might be right or wrong with this. First off, first things first, I think when I think of high-end weddings, you will think more of a band. For sure. Which doesn't make sense to me, because they can drop $25,000 on a band.
Okay, but what band are they getting?
But that's my point. But on the flip side of it, my first thought is, and again, I don't know the statistics on this, but like mid to late 20s, this generation, I can't see most of them getting bands.
You'd be surprised. I've also had a wedding where they hired like a rock band that did their own original music. Why? Nobody knows this band exists. Who is singing these songs? Who is jamming out to them?
I want to mention that like we've done multiple weddings together at multiple different venues, and you've done multiple large scale nice venues. You're not just talking about like shitty backyards, etc. Like
no. I'm talking like I've done all different spectrums.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's kind of, I don't know. Hate away. I'm here for all the tea. I always like try to be Switzerland on some of this stuff, just because like. Well,
you got it sometimes.
But to each their own for everything. Like literally.
I'm not here yucking anybody's yum.
Great line.
Not here to yuck any. I think there's a time and place. There's a couple for everything and everyone.
Sure.
And even in like the photography world, like there's some couples that want the photographers that bring all the extra lighting, the reflectors, the umbrellas and yada yada, and they want those dramatic photos. That's not my vibe, but that doesn't mean that it's not someone else's vibe.
Right.
And I feel the same with DJ. I feel the same thing with bands. I feel the same thing with certain florals and certain decor. Like there's a time and space and a couple for everything. Some of it's not my personal vibe.
Sure.
But that's okay.
One of my favorite parts of the job now is that I don't really do the weddings anymore. Mm. So when they're like, oh, we have this vision, and they tell me, and I'm like, oh my God, it sounds, for me, it sounds terrible. It doesn't mean that, listen, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah. I'm not
I don't have to love it.
Exactly.
Not what is it?
Yuck anybody's yum.
Yuck anyone's yum. My one of my DJ's kids says that, and they're like stuck in our house, and we use that sometimes now.
Oh, it's my favorite line.
But it's 100% the truth. Like, it goes back to, and this I'll be short with, but like, I always say I can never have a florist on the show because I talk shit about flowers a lot. And it's
the amount of
not
money for florals is wild.
intentional.
Love you guys. You guys do amazing work.
And listen, I want to be more high-end, bigger weddings, if you will. So I essentially want them to do all that. But when we're in the Philadelphia region and middle class, if you will, in the middle to high-end, I just hate seeing people drop 20 large on flowers and skimped on a lot of other things that could have made their wedding epic.
For sure.
Especially if they had a crazy high energy vision.
For sure.
And they didn't have it left in the budget because they went to town. We had a DJ come on here talk about his own wedding, and
that was the main thing he did.
He went to town with flowers, and he was like, it was beautiful. It was high end. He said something along the lines of like, that shows you when he walks into a wedding what they spent. When I see this whole place is decked out in flowers, you know they drop money. And again, if there's no budget, more power to you. I love the flowers. I love the
aesthetic. Love the aesthetic.
Great word. But when I'm being honest, as a business owner that wants more ticket items on my invoice, I don't want them dropping that money on the flowers.
For sure. It's weird being in the industry and knowing what some of the price points are for certain things. And then it also kind of makes it hard for you to gauge your pricing because you know that you have to somehow like meet in the middle, and then you're comparing to other people and you're doing this and you're doing that. And it's like the budget ends up being so much larger than what it is.
Right.
And then sometimes, like recently, I've got a lot of like last minute inquiries for this year. And I think a lot of it is because people are budgeting out other items before photography or videography or DJ or all that stuff. So it's hard. It's hard to be on both ends of it. Like when you know what some of the pricing is on the other side.
It's wild to me, how expensive weddings are in general.
Fair.
And it's one day, and you could talk me all day.
Oh my God,
about
it sounds
this.
like that line from Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, I like this. What?
When he goes, $26,000 on one fucking
yeah,
day.
100%. That's like,
and it is.
you have no idea how like clutch you just said with that line. It's something I say that I need his dad on my payroll
all day.
So he can.
He's like, what did you guys spend on for $26,000?
This is why I was trying to not buy hibachi for everybody today, okay? Because I get, I look at the statement, I'm like, why did we get hibachi 3 times this month for 4 people? But no, it's 100% true. I think everybody needs one of them people for their small business and when they're planning a wedding.
For sure.
Because it's almost unfair that the world we live in today, I'm very impulse for starters.
Oh, same. Catch me at 3 a.m. on Amazon.
So
or
with
TikTok
that
shop.
being said, I can't imagine a bride's mentality when their entire algorithm is already just more shit that they can spend money on for their wedding.
So this like loops right back around how social media, the internet, like leads you to believe that you need to do something. You need to compare something like, oh, well, she did welcome bags for her wedding. You're local. Your people are local. You don't need to do a welcome bag if they're all in a 45-minute radius of where your wedding is going to be. We don't need to do that. Or like a big trend right now is like bridal party, like asking them to be bridesmaids, and they do like baggies and boxes and all these little trinkets, like all that stuff. It's cute. Like I love that. But like, couldn't you have just taken them out to dinner and said, hey, you guys want to be my bridesmaids? And then like save that money for like some cute PJs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, again, not yucking anybody's yum. If you got it in the budget, queen, pop off.
I think, and we said a lot on the pod, I think that you see guest numbers go down a lot since COVID.
Yeah.
And one thing that I think is a positive, and like before I even get there, I want 300 at every wedding, right? Like I want crazy, massive amount. I understand that's slowly becoming not the standard.
For sure.
Because people are doing things more for an experience for people. And I'm here for that. So that 200 that's now 150 but they spent an extra 10K on the flowers and they got the saxophone player with the DJ and all these other things. I'm here for that.
They got the cannoli man coming out.
Right.
Shout out
So
to cannoli man.
there's something about the experience today that I don't think was as heavy 5-10 years ago.
For sure.
That I'm here for. He's going to be a cannoli man this year, by the way.
Are you really?
Yeah. You don't even
Oh my
know
God,
yet.
you're going to have the little cart
Shout
and
out to
everything?
Mike over in the corner. He's not even paying attention, but yeah, it's going to be good. We have like 3 of them this year so
I
far.
love that.
Yeah, we had Joey Cannoli come in, said, I wish more people were doing this. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to
Say
start
less.
offering. Literally, that's what I
Literally
said.
say
I
less.
said, say less, and we started offering it. I like it. Anything that just brings vibes and energy.
Same.
to the
I'm
dance
all
floor.
about an energy and all about a vibe. And I tell couples that inquire, like, we'll do a consultation call. And I'm like, listen, I would not be offended if you didn't book me, because that means that our vibes aren't right for each other. I would so much rather you book with someone that you pop off with, because we're going to be walking with you and stalking you for 99% of the day. My biggest fear is like walking by a couple and they're like, oh my God, the bitch with the camera's here again. Like, how do we get away from her? I want it to be a vibe. I want the energy to be good. I want us to have like a good time. And it has to be like that always.
I can't stress it enough. And we can talk about this deeply about vibes for photography.
Tell me
because
more. Talk dirty to me.
I offer DJ photo video. I talk DJ. I am a former DJ. I can have the backbone to talk about
Would you say that DJ comes number one?
by far.
Perfect.
We're 20 years in DJ. We're probably 7 or 8 for photo and video.
Okay.
But I literally tell people in my automated pitch in my head now, I started the podcast solely based off of photography, because I think there's so many things people don't talk about within photography for weddings, and that's where this whole idea came from.
For sure.
But vibes is everything. I love hearing you say, like, you're not for everybody, and
I'm
that's
not.
a strong suit that I love to tell people.
Yeah.
But like, I do the consults. I'm always like, you can have a FaceTime. Please meet them. Like, you know, get to know them. I think I'm pretty clutch at this point in my career of like having the consult,
Feeling people out. Yeah.
knowing like you will definitely, if they tell me that like they have 2 dogs and the dogs are going to be the ring bearers in the wedding, and Mary, my office manager and lead photographer, is like a diehard dog person and has 2 dogs.
That's who you're going to pair
I'm like,
with.
well, Mary, you are going to talk to,
Yeah.
and like Mary's going to like, so like little things like that. But I stress to people all the time that I say 5 things. And it's funny, I'm going to call myself out, and if Mary's listening, she'll laugh at me. But like the past couple of weeks, I really didn't do a lot of consults. And I did one yesterday, and I felt like I was just fumbling my words. And I normally am like so on autopilot where like I just do this all the
your
time.
brain took a break.
I'm not kidding, because I always say 5 things.
So
And
like, what are these
when I
5
do the
things that-
spiel, I couldn't think of one of them, and I'm like, fumbled it so bad. Okay. I always say, and the best part is, I don't know if when I do it, I'm just going to do it
Go.
and see if we can do that. But I always say it must be fun, upbeat, spunky, good on their toes, and be able to whoop your friends and family's ass into shape when we need to get pictures done
Love
in a
that.
timely fashion. I got it. That's the 5. Yesterday, I missed
literally
one of them,
killed it.
and I was like, well, there's 4 things. I'm like,
There's actually 4. I lied.
like,
it was a
bad.
moment. It was a moment.
so bad. But I stress to people so much that it's something I say often now. You have to love their work, non-negotiable.
100%.
But the work to me is 49%.
100%.
The 51% is I can't talk the other 5 things I said today.
100%.
It's so massive.
I feel like the experience sometimes outweighs the photos.
It has to.
It has to, because so sometimes I get into my head, because obviously I'm shooting a ton of weddings and they kind of get repetitive, right? Like I have my own formula in my mind, like how I want the day to go. I have a shoot list that I try to not replicate, but like I kind of go in an order of what I want to make sure that my gallery looks cohesive and there's the pictures that I need and blah, blah, blah. Obviously each wedding has its own vibe. It has its own aesthetic. It has its own love story. So we kind of base those photos based off of that. But what I get critical for myself is I'm like, oh my God, I take the same dress picture every single time. But that dress picture is the first dress picture for that couple, right? So we could be having an amazing time. And when they look back at those photos, they're going to remember how fun everything was. I would hate for a couple to get their photos back and feel stressed or anxious. Like, how many times have you gone through your camera roll on your phone and you can
Right.
remember everything about that day, right? So same thing for wedding photos. I would hate for them to look back and be like, oh my God, taking this family picture was so annoying. We couldn't get grandma. We couldn't find her. Someone lost a shoe, blah, 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 blah. So we as photographers need to know how to like fix that vibe in that moment. So when they get those photos back, they don't remember that grandma took a minute to get there. They don't remember that bridesmaid lost her shoe. They remember that it was fun. It was effortless and everyone smiled and it was a good time.
Yeah. Another thing I often say is that there's big name photographers that we randomly work with that I know charge $10K plus.
Love that for them.
Me too. But they're stone-faced killers that I call them. They have stone faces. They have no
Oh
personality.
my God, it's so funny that you
And
said killers.
couples hate them by cocktail hour.
Yeah.
They are with you. You are with them more than anyone else on their
their
wedding day.
personal paparazzi.
And if you don't vibe, like I this is where I say, like I said, 49%. It might even be more because how much of that love, if you will, are you capturing when they don't like you or they're annoyed by you and they're taking
I told you it's my biggest
plus
it's literally my biggest fear. If I have to like walk by and I see them rolling their eyes, I'm like, well, you don't love me? You don't hang out with me? What do you mean? Help. Like, we need to like be able to bounce off each other and I need them to be comfortable with me. I had a bride a couple weeks ago, May 2nd. She texted me in the morning. She was like, listen, I need you to bring vodka. I stopped at the liquor store and I bought her a case of the airplane flights of Tito's and we had code words. She's like, chocolate chip cookie, shot. I brought her a chaser and like, that's what she needed. That's what I brought her. I am going to be with her all day. I've helped brides like when they're getting dressed, like I've done weird shit for brides on their wedding day because that's what they needed in that moment. I want them to look at me as not just their photographer. They need to be so comfortable with me because that's what I'm going to get the most out of them when it comes time for all of their pictures.
In every aspect, in the vulnerable aspect,
All of it.
in the emotional, like literally all of it. But
Literally.
like, I think people don't get, and again, I'm saying this as a DJ or MC watching it from afar, but it's just so blatantly obvious when it's so much easier to capture someone that they thoroughly enjoy being around, hanging out with. Exactly.
100%. And I got a little bit of pushback on that part of it. We were talking earlier, like I posted that reel about plot twist, me and the bride became best friends. And it was a ton of clips of me throughout the day kind of vibing with her. There was one point where she got a cramp in her ankle and she like sat down and I like was rubbing her ankle and like sat down with her. And I got a couple messages saying like, well, that's not giving luxury. Like that's not giving professionalism. Who are you, number one, to tell me, one, how to be, two, that's my bride. She's my number one priority. If that's her vibe, I'm going to match her vibe times 10. She wants to sit down, I'm going to sit my ass down right with her. She wants to pull me to the side and have a cry moment, I'm going to cry with her. She needs me to carry her vape for her, I'm going to carry her vape for her. She needs me to wipe her ass, babe, let's go to the bathroom, I'll wipe your ass with you. I don't do things because I need to be luxury or perform for what the industry thinks is appropriate.
I love this.
I am going to run who I am and my business the way that I want to do it. And I think that's why I'm successful in my little corner of the internet, is because that's who I am. I'm not going to rebrand myself because that's what the wedding industry wants me to be. Yep. I'm going to wear what I want to wear. I'm going to show up the way I'm going to show up. I'm going to bring her alcohol if she needs it. If she needs an edible, I'm going to give her an edible. If that's what she wants, that's what she wants. And it's their day. And I talk about the bride a lot because I hang out with her the most. But grooms, them together, like I have never had a groomsman who's been like, Carmela, I'm done for the day. No, they're asking me, like, you're done? You're taking a break? Like, no, I want to hang out with you more. The men who are like notorious for not wanting to be in photos.
Right.
I vibe with all of them. Their family members come up to me. I become mom and dad on wedding day are also my mom and dad. Bride's mom, I need your help. Dad, come help me with your son. Like we have now become a big family. And I can't tell you how many times mother of the bride, father of the bride at the end of the night hugs me, kisses me on the cheek and like, this day couldn't be anything without you. Like I am now a family member. I'm getting invited to Christmas. Save me a seat at Sunday dinner.
Yeah. Listen, I love it. I can't agree more. And like I said, people just look at pictures, right?
100%.
Like too many people just book on the pictures.
For sure.
And to out myself a little bit here, I stress this to people in the consults because I'm not selling myself.
For sure.
You know
You're
what I mean?
selling
Like,
other
I'm
people.
selling other people. So when I'm talking about this person and this vibes, and again, feel free to have a consult with them too, just to pick their brains, ask questions. But it's another reason why I stress the engagement session. Do you do them?
I offer them. So I used to include them in my packages, and then it got a little bit weird. People were like, oh, well, you're offering a complimentary engagement session. If we take that out, can we lower the price of the packaging? And it's like, that's not why I offered it. I offered it as like a thank you. The price still stays the same. And then I was getting people that were saying, okay, well, we don't want to use the engagement session that's included in the package. Can we add an extra hour to the wedding? It's
instead
like,
of that or
instead
something.
of that.
Sure.
So I since removed it for that, and I do offer it at a discounted rate. Whoever wants to use it can purchase it. It is heavily discounted, but I do think that engagement sessions are important, especially if you're unsure about a lot of different things. I think it's important to use that time to kind of vibe check and see how we kind of mix and roll.
I push them. I think they're super important. Again, getting to know little things about them
For sure.
before they walk down the aisle is massive. It doesn't have to be stuffy. It doesn't have to be so formal. It's literally just a chance to get to meet you, feel you out, etc. And again, little things where I'm in every single bride Facebook group there is, like, there's not enough talk about little things like that. Like, yes, people talk about engagement sessions. They don't talk about the severity of it. Most people think it's just about a save the date.
For sure.
And it's just way more than that.
It's more than just that.
And
More
like,
than
I
just
even
that.
offer save the dates or thank yous. I do not care if they use save the date. And some people do it a month before their wedding, which baffles me when they wait that long. But I don't hate it because they just hung out with them 3-4 weeks ago. And
Yeah, so like
it wasn't like it was a year in advance.
Yeah.
So, but and in that case, they do the thank you cards instead of a save the date if it's a month before.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't suggest that by any means, but like it is what it is at that point.
Don't yuck anybody's
And
yum.
listen, I say hate a lot on the pod, and Kiesel was like, "You can't say hate. You got to say
Why?
I dislike because I'm yucking someone's yum." I've said 900 times on here that I hate a garter bouquet, right?
Oh, I
Like,
hate them. They're so uncomfortable. I don't want to see you almost eating out your bride.
okay. I just feel like that probably won't be a clip, but
Oh, it should be. It's so good.
it's just, it's weird, strange, and
In front of grandma? That's
I
crazy.
I don't want to do it just because I don't want 10 minutes of a buzzkill of stopping the dance floor.
Yeah, because it's always
for
like
them.
in the middle of like a
Right,
good,
right.
like heated moment where the
Right.
dance floor is like super great.
But everything that I support getting rid of, cutting the cake, garden bouquet, all these things.
I love a private cake moment.
I do too. I hate, and I try to not say the same things when we're on the pod, right?
Well, because
But
you feel so strongly about it, you just need to. It's
so,
just like
like,
seeping out of your pores. I can see it. You're dying to say it.
to
Say it.
out myself, I was notoriously so cringy. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm debating on if I
Wait,
ever said
when
this on the
you
pod before.
know that you're being cringy, that's
No,
actually the
no,
worst.
no. Now, looking back,
Oh, okay. Because I
Okay.
thought like
industry standards
like in
are
the
different. No,
like if
no,
you
no.
know you're being cringy in the moment, jail. Why are you doing it?
I was notorious to say, all right, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
We're
I feel
gonna-
I'm cringing.
we're going to
already.
do this. We're going to do this cake cutting, but I have a question for you. Before we do this exchange.
Do you do it in that Barry White voice too?
Yeah. Before we do it in this exchange, if you guys want this exchange to be soft and cute, make some noise.
This feels like a weird porno, and I don't like it.
And then I would say, if you guys want this to be like a UFC cage match, make some noise, and everyone would make a lot
Barry,
of
that's
noise.
what you would say out
And
loud?
I swear to God. And
Multiple times? Multiple weddings?
yeah, and then
Like more than 5?
so bad.
And nobody in your team was like, hey,
This was like
buddy,
10
maybe
years
not.
ago. Okay. There was a lot more smashing of cakes. Some brides hated me. I don't know why.
Because they spent probably
Yeah,
$500
again,
on
I
makeup.
get it.
And
I
then you,
get it all
you
now.
fucked them up by getting
But
their
my point
face in
is,
the cake. Like
it
a
was just
Mrs.
cringe.
Doubtfire
It
moment.
was just cringe. My whole point is, A, why? B, there's so much on the spot shit for the entire day. So
We don't need another cake on the spot moment.
Exactly. If we are cutting the cake and announcing it, fine.
Hot take. Who the fuck is eating the cake though?
Why? Who eats
Who
cake?
eats the cake?
Old people?
Okay. And we've done a ton of weddings. I see it sometimes being passed out.
I'm not a
sometimes
big cake guy
they
in
wrap
general,
it up
though,
and then
like,
they put it out
as
for
you're
like
leaving.
But like, what are you doing? Eating in the car? Crumbs all over you?
What do people spend on a cake?
I don't know. 1, 2. We're not yucking anybody's yum. Bakers out there, we love you.
This is what I'm
Thank you
saying.
so
It's
much
so
for
hard.
the work
Like,
that you do. I'm
it's
not
crazy.
trashing you, but like, how far in advance are you making these cakes? Because it's not a fresh cake. Are they making them how far in advance? Is it stale?
I don't
It
know.
can't be
but
fresh.
I did a wedding expo a couple weeks ago, and I had a couple consults lined up earlier, so I just went there early to do them. And then they're like, "Yeah, you can do it in this office back here." So I'm sitting in this office doing a consult, and there's like a fake cake right next to me. And I was like, "This is cool background."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why doesn't everybody do this now? Again, post COVID, I think a lot more people are doing simple one sheet, no 5-tier things anymore.
For sure. The cakes are definitely a lot smaller.
Definitely.
And I think it's only for that cake cutting moment scenario. That is a private
But
one.
as a photographer, do you need that?
Oh, I do think it rounds out the gallery. I do. And it can. And
All right, let me ask you this. Rounding out the gallery can simply be them exchanging. You don't need that
No.
behind. You need the picture of them actually cutting the cake?
No, I don't need any of that. I like when they're feeding each other
Okay.
and then they kiss. And then they kiss. Everything else I don't really need. I don't need them struggling because it's always a struggle. Let's be honest. There's always a struggle. How do we do it? 90% of them are a little bit under the influence. Whose hand is going where? You have the wedding coordinator or day of coordinator who's like teaching them how to make the slice, and then they pull it out and it's only just the quarter of it, which is all frosting. So no, I don't need that 15-minute exchange of them struggling to cut the cake. I just need pop in the mouth and
So here's a fun one.
okay.
Talk to me about ghosting.
I fucking hate everything about it. It's people. I am not a boy sliding into your DMs. Okay? Just answer me back. Just answer me back. If I take the time, my pricing is on my website. It says starting at XYZ. Say what you want about it, but like it's there. So you see it, then you decide to inquire. Great. You inquire. I send you a beautifully written wedding brochure, right? That sounds right.
You're good.
That has more detailed pricing. Then after you've read all that, you decide to take a phone call. Now, if we're going all the way to step 3 to book a call, that means that you're most likely going to book, right? The pricing meets, you liked what you read, you liked what you saw my work. I'm pretty much in the hole, right? Okay. We book a call. Now, in order to make that call happen, there's a lot of back end work I have to do. I got 3 babies at home. I got to make sure it works around their schedule. I got to shove an iPad in their face for 45 minutes while I'm trying to talk to you. I put on my full spiel. It's a great time. We're vibing. Then I never hear from you again. Why? Just say, hey, didn't work out. I'm going to cry about it in private because I'm a crybaby. That's fine. But like, we're not the right fit. Not a problem. But let a bitch know.
It's so easy, right?
And you know what?
So easy.
I'm sorry to say this to you people that inquire with me. I can see when you read my emails.
Right.
It says
like,
open.
I know you opened it.
It says
Right,
open.
right.
It actually tells me how many times you read it and what time. So like, just when I'm, hey, just wanted to follow up on our call.
Nothing.
You can't give me the respect to say, hey, no, I don't want you.
That's it.
That's it.
Like you can be that stern about it too.
You can literally say no.
Like,
no is a full sentence.
Your beat. I'll take your beat. I
would literally take fuck off. then no
so
answering.
True. It's so true.
It infuriates every one of my curls. Like that's how deep I take it, because like I've put in work to not even accommodate. I don't even want to use that word. I would love to be part of your wedding day. Don't think I'm like taking you for granted, but I've gone out of my way on multiple fronts now. I've answered all of your emails in a timely manner. I've scheduled a call. Am I boring you?
No.
Excuse me.
He's like, you're fucking yawning?
Are you bored? Is this not enough for you?
I'm hungry, but no, I'm not bored. Go ahead. I love it. Keep going. This is one of my favorite pods already, I'll tell you that.
So yeah, I'm not some slutty boy sending you a dick pic. Like, answer back. Don't leave me on red. It's rude. It's rude.
I put starting prices, but I don't have a bunch labeled.
No, I only have one.
Okay.
Simple.
I offer a ton of services, so my numbers are all over the board for different
100%.
for someone because
100%.
if you book 8 things for us versus just a
Just
DJ,
the one.
it's going to be
For
right.
sure.
So that's
Can I
why
understand?
I push. I want a consult, paint me your picture, the whole 9.
I agree.
But I can't agree with you more where I think I'm different in the sense of I talked to another friend in the business this morning, and he's predominantly a DJ. And I mentioned to him about someone I met that I'm almost positive I'm booking today that it's been 4 weeks. And he was like, it's that long? He's like, I feel like I'm, much quicker with a lot
Like
of
a
my
quicker
meetings.
turnaround.
And I go, but they're potentially booking us for 8 services.
For sure.
So there's DJ, photo, video, photo
So
booth, live music.
That would piss me off even more. If there's 4 weeks of communication being put in and then you can't simply tell me, hey, this is not going to work out, I would act 13th reason. That is my 13th reason. Like, are you kidding me? 4 weeks of work and you can't even have the decency? Like, people have broken up for people for less.
So I can't agree more. It's you're hitting the nail on the head so good because I'm also like me personally, right? I'm probably too besties with a lot of these people where
which would piss me off even more. We know each other in real life?
No. I mean, like, to a fault, I think sometimes I say we're the most super responsive team you'll deal with. 9 a.m., 9 p.m., responding emails, phone calls, text messages.
100%.
So when I'm responding
so quickly,
8:20, and I'm really like laying with my kid, but I want to be responsive to this bride, so I like message her whatever her question is. Oh, do you have any videos of the sax guy laying with my kid? 8:20.
I'm like, yeah, don't worry. Let me just go on Dropbox real quick. Let me send it to you for sure.
When we have communication, and it's not just emails, it's text messages.
It's all of it.
It's we had someone else come on the pod and say something similar about, just like you said, dating. And it's like you literally build a relationship and it's going on for a couple weeks, days, whatever, back and forth. And then it's just
you fucking edged me. You edged me and you didn't let me release. And here we are.
Why is it so hard to just simply say fuck off? Like,
literally
like
say, bitch, I don't want to hang out with you. Fine. Like I said, I'm also a secondhand crier. So like if I see one person cry, I will cry. Again, you tell me you don't want to hang out. Oh my God, yeah.
I just want someone to cry on the pod so
bad.
I
will.
And I can self-cry, so like,
It takes me nothing. Nothing. I actually, funny story, sidebar, at a wedding I recently did at Terrain, I cried the entire day. And the dad of the bride pulled me aside and was like, why are you in this industry if you cry so much? And I'm like, I just love so much. I can't help myself. He's like, I've never seen someone who is not a family member cry as much as you do.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, you're dancing with her on the dance floor. I'm crying. Speeches. Oh, I've been with her since kindergarten. I don't know who these people are. Okay. I don't know where you went to kindergarten, but I'm going to cry like I was your desk mate and we shared a cookie together because it's so sad and so cute and wholesome.
I was never emotional my whole life. Ever.
Really?
I became a dad. I'm the biggest sap in the world now.
No,
I wanted to tell her. I told you we did this my kid's concert today. We did that today, and I was like, I want to tell you something. I go, but I have to tell you when we leave because I can't tell you now because if I tell you now, I said I'm going to lose it. And it was just simply,
I'm proud of you. Yeah, like great job.
And let's see if I can do it without getting emotional saying it. But
are you going to be the one that cries on
the
pod?
But
are you going to pop your own cherry?
It was the simplicity of. We're fortunate enough to both be able to be here at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday, and not every parent is that lucky to be able to do that. And I know it meant the goddamn world to my kid being there today. And now I'm getting glassy, so I'll stop. But
no, keep it going. Come on.
No, it's just one of them things where
do you
it's
need a
just
tissue?
big. No, I'm good. One of my favorite things to say on the pod, and I feel like we haven't said it in a couple weeks. Expectations versus reality is everything.
100%.
And
100%.
This goes back to a lot of things we've already talked about, but is there anything that sticks out to you that you think everyone thinks or wants that they need to do, but they really don't?
That's like
and it's funny because my first thought when I'm specifically talking about photography, I would not think that the cake is the round off or the filler, if you will. I guess it makes sense. I think it's not what it was 10 years ago, which makes me think it's
well,
not.
thank God it
so
wasn't
that's very
because
true,
of your
too.
weird ass lines. Like, thank God we
I
moved
might cut
past
this
that.
whole thing out. I might not even let that air.
That's gonna be your money shot.
Shout out to Danielle Stone. She is one of, I grew up with these kids. There's 4 of them. I did all of their weddings, and I vividly remember it to this day. She was like when it was all said and done,
She looked back at you
like it's over. Like we start the music again. Everyone's like dancing and vibing, and she's just like this.
How can I rip you apart right
she's
now?
just, I know she's looking for me. She's looking around the whole room, and I know she's looking for me. That might have been the end of it. It might have ended there.
I don't think it's like the round out, but I do think that it just makes the gallery storytelling portion of it like make sense. I think there's like certain points of the day, like it just like keeps that timeline like live.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Do you have a standard amount of hours? And again, at a venue, not at a wedding, not at a church. Do you have a standard?
Yeah, so I have 2 packages. I have an 8-hour package and a 10-hour package.
Okay.
I use it kind of loosely. They'll book for 8, but if the vibe is vibing after my 8-hour like clock out, I'm gonna stay because there's moments that are happening that I think are necessary. If this keeps going back to DJing or music, the reception is the contrary to popular belief. I think a lot of photographers might hate reception. I feel like they might feel like it's repetitive, which it can be. I personally love it. It's my favorite part of the day. I think the best photos are taken within the dance floor. You've worked with me. I literally am number 1 on the dance floor. I get in there. I feel like the best pictures are taken within. I know a couple photographers that don't even let their second shooters get on the dance floor.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I know one who won't let their second shooters like dance in the dance floor. Like they have to be on the outside and like they think that it interrupts moments. I actually think it creates moments.
Sure.
I've bumped and grind with grandma and all the things. Like I think that's the best part. I will stay, and maybe I'm the worst business person in the world. I won't charge them for that extra time. I'm having a good time. I'm capturing moments that like when they're old and gray, they're going to look back on and love. And that's it. Now, if 8 hours comes and the vibe is kind of beat, then it's time for me to go. I'm going to go. There's nothing else I can capture.
Sure.
I don't think anything else is going to happen.
When you say 8 and 10, listen, I like the approach. It's different for you than it is for my team.
For sure.
Because it's your name. But I would like to think my team stays the 15, 20 to get that extra oomph or it really started building up or et cetera. We'll get there in a sec. But I also tell people going in that I offer a lot of services.
For sure.
I don't need to get them for as many hours as I can for photo.
For sure.
Because I want that extra money going to photo booths and lighting and other stuff, right?
For sure.
So, but I always tell them, I don't want you to ever skimp and then stress day of that you need longer and then we're talking. And again, 20, 30 minutes is not 2 hours of add-on, if you will. But I'm curious on the hours, and is it more along the lines of you got what you need? What I'm getting at is
like, why do I have the 2 packages?
No. 90% of people that book with us book 8 hours.
8
if
hours
it's
is
at
a
a
sweet
church,
spot.
it's a lot more 10 hours, and
Yeah.
that makes sense. But I tell people all the time, and I'm just curious for you, and I feel like you might be the devil's advocate, and I'm here for it. I always tell people we're not there to last hour. Now,
I do too.
Okay, cool. Because
it gets repetitive. It's the
repetitive.
same. It's the same
It's not
20 drunk
attractive.
people on the dance floor.
It's drunk, sloppy people that we don't use.
Yeah.
I was going to be cocky for a second and say that I think our DJs are great, where they get everything they need in that first hour,
100%.
essentially. So that's one of my things of, if your wedding's over at 11, I'm usually working backwards when we start that timeline and say, normally we're going to be done at 10 o'clock. Now, again, have there been times where they stay till 10:30 for sure, and they don't charge them in that aspect, if you will, sure. But I just think sometimes I hear photographers, and I wanted to hear I actually probably should have looked up enough to stalk you to know this before I asked you, but I hate hearing photographers say all day, all day. What does that mean? Whatever you need.
Yeah, like,
and it's
what is
10,
that?
12. What are they doing?
Like, so let me give you an example of like a timeline for me. I don't like to come when nobody's ready. I think that's useless.
Amen. Why are they getting there before they have hair and makeup done?
I like to come
Why?
at the tail end of hair and makeup. Let's be honest. Nobody's printing or posting a picture of your bridal party half ready. My sister would actually kick my ass if I took a picture of her without hair and makeup done to post on my
Facts.
Instagram.
Yeah, right.
We don't need that. Does that leave out a little bit of a networking opportunity for me? Yes, because I don't get to spend a lot of time with hair and makeup. But like, I'm not shitting on them. Not that I don't want to make that relationship with them, but I'm going to tag them in my photos anyway.
Sure.
So like, what more do I really need? So I like to get there when they're pretty much done because there's no point in me waiting around. I get there, they're doing their touch-ups, and that's when I'll get my getting ready pictures. Flat lay stuff, detail stuff I can do in 15, 20 minutes. I don't need an hour to play around with flat lays, which, to be honest, hot take, I think flat lays are overrated.
Can you explain that?
Yes. What are we doing with this picture of everything laid on the floor? Are we printing it?
I didn't even know what you were talking about, so now I do.
A detail shot.
I got it now.
Yeah.
I got it
like,
now.
what are we doing with that? I would so much prefer a human element to it. So like bride holding her shoes next to her dress, bride holding her dress or touching it while it's hanging up. Do I need a picture of it standalone by a window? It's beautiful. Do we take it? Yes, because I feel like that's kind of what the standard is that people want. But is it my preferred? No. I love her mom or special someone putting on that dress, detail of the hands in the background with the detailing of the dress. I think that's so much prettier. But we do it because it's kind of expected. But yeah, I don't need to be there when nobody's ready. So I come at the tail end. When I get there, my second shooter goes with the groomsmen. He does his thing with them. We're getting the party hyped up. And by the time I get there with everybody together, everyone's already in a great mood.
Hot take. I have to ask every single photographer we have on the show.
Tell me.
First looks.
I don't care. Either way.
Really?
I don't care, and I'll tell you why. Your wedding is your day. I should not be influencing you on how you want to live your day with your person. If you don't want to do a first look, then we work around it. We do family portraits separately. We do bridal parties separately. So that way, after the ceremony, I need one good shot of couple with bride's parents, one good shot with couple and groom's parents, and one great shot of bridal party. Everyone else can then go and get drunk, and then we can do your portrait session. And then depending on what time of day it is, what the light is like, we'll get 15, 20 minutes of portraits. And then if it's late in the summer, then we can take you back out again during golden hour and get some more.
As a photographer, what is your weddings 5 to 10, ceremonies 4:30? Ceremonies done 4:50, cocktails 5 to 6. Do you have a goal in your head of what time you want them inside by? Because it's, and again, to reiterate, I say the same thing every time we talk photography and first looks. I think it's mandatory that they're at their cocktail hour to get all the hoods and thank yous out of the way because they lose an hour saying that.
100%.
That's the only reason I push first look. And I tell people, I'm not going to be at your wedding. I don't give a shit if you do a first look or 100%. Not. I just suggest it because
for your personal use. I don't want to use the word selling point, but anytime a couple asks me, what do you suggest, first look or not first look? I tell them, I promise you that even though you saw her 15 minutes prior in her dress already, the moment that she's walking down the aisle and everybody's standing up, your world is going to stop regardless. There's just something about everybody turning around and seeing her walking down. I get goosebumps thinking about it. It's not even my wedding and I cry this moment. I will. And it just, the moment is still as beautiful. I've never had someone say to me, I regret doing a first look.
Same.
Never have. So again, is it my selling point? Sure. But I never want people to feel pressured into having to do one because I said it. I want them to make their decision based on what they really truly want. My goal, even if they don't have a first look, is to get them into cocktail hour for the last at least half an hour, 20 minutes.
That's why I asked.
Yeah. I have a crazy family shoot list that, like, not to toot my own horn, and my second shooter, shout out Lewis, we have it down to a science. I can get family portraits done in 15 minutes if I have everybody with me. Like, I just bring everybody, cut everybody out. The bride never moves. She only moves when she's done. And I get everybody in and out super quickly. So I feel like when it comes to that family stuff, I can get it done fairly quickly where they will be able to enjoy their cocktail hour.
What tea do you have for us?
Oh my God. What do you mean? Like wedding stories?
I don't know. Sure. Like,
I'm scared. I don't want to call my brides out. So I have a really good one. You might just have to cut it.
I'm here for it.
Okay. So a bride, it was the hottest fucking day in July ever. We were at a barn.
Why do we do weddings in July?
Why?
But go ahead.
On a barn with no air conditioning. The barn had one door, the old school like sliding door, no windows.
Who gets married here? Well, she knows who this is now. But go ahead.
Everyone looked like they just got out of the shower.
Literally a pool.
And so it was me and my second shooter. It was intros. This bridesmaid who happened to be the groom's sister. Her intro song was The Wobble. She's coming out dancing. I thought she was doing the wobble. Turns out she had a heat stroke in front of me, passed out, head hits the floor like a basketball. Bride is fucking pissed.
Oh my God.
Won't come out. They had to call an ambulance. She was put on a stretcher. The bride was in her bridal suite. She would not come out. She was so mad that this girl had a heat stroke on her wedding day and ruined her wedding, and then an ambulance had to come.
Wow.
And then she came out after, got super high. They took her away, got super high, got trashed, and was like, now we can party. And I'm like, are you okay? This is your sister-in-law. This is your husband's sister that you're being a bitch about. Like, are you kidding me?
That's wild. That's a good one, though.
It's a really good one. We can't show them exactly what this is.
I don't know why people have some, like, that's just a perfect example of, like, why? Like,
if you're getting married in the summer, pay for the air conditioning. Pay extra for the air conditioning.
There's lots of beautiful barns.
With air conditioning.
Yeah.
Also, don't be cheap on the venue.
I don't know.
You're expecting men to be in full suits?
I was just going to say, I don't know if it's because I'm a big guy, but like, I loathe summer weddings. And this is also why September and October are so popular these days, because it's still 65 degrees out.
Yes.
And, I wear a three-piece
as a man,
suit,
you still got to wear a fucking three-piece suit.
So like, I'm here for the fall being as crazy as it is, but like, people like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, what on earth are you thinking? You can't predict the weather, right?
Ever.
But you can predict what month of year you get married in.
100%.
Like, it's also a weird world that we live in today. Like, we're recording this on May 20th. The past 3 days, it's been 95 degrees here.
Wild.
I'm going down the shore this weekend.
And it's going to be raining at 60
and shit weather. Yeah. 30-degree difference. So I do feel bad for brides. They just experienced 85-degree weather last week, and now they're getting married on Memorial Day weekend, and it's going to be raining and 60.
Also, why are you getting married on Memorial Day weekend?
I don't hate Memorial Day Sunday.
Okay, sure. I'll give you that.
I like Memorial Day Sunday. I like Labor Day Sunday. That's it.
I guess.
As far as holidays go.
Yeah, but like, why are you getting married then?
I don't know. I mean,
it's cheaper.
They're both. Is it though?
Venues, yeah.
Venues are cheaper on the holidays?
I think so. Because they're not booking them.
Them 2 weekends specifically. Again, both prime weather. Late May, early September are both.
Yeah, but it rains every Memorial Day.
That's true.
Like, this weekend is going to be shit. Monday, Memorial Day is going to be 66.
Good thing Keith picked up an extra wedding Friday and Saturday.
Oh, God bless us, Keith.
Shout out to my co-host, Keith. I said, hey, guy, I got us a shore house for the next weekend. We're going down.
He said, cool, I booked 2 weddings.
And then I said, hey, Keith, I need you to do this wedding next week. He's like, didn't you just say we got a shore house?
I thought we were on vacation.
In hindsight, we weren't supposed to get the shore house till 4 o'clock on Saturday. And he was going to do a video from 2 to 8. I'm like, dude, you're just coming down afterwards, so you'll be fine. But yeah, he'll miss the rain. It's supposed to be nice on Sunday, I think, but it kind of sucks. What other final thoughts can you leave us with? I'm very excited about this pod. I loved all of your conversation.
Guys, stop fucking ghosting us. Literally, stop.
That's probably the best of the whole thing. Is there anything that we talk about what you hate? We talked about what you like. Trends?
I hate them all.
See, Keith, you know what? Keith always says it can't say hate, but can we say yuck someone's yum? That's going to be the new line then.
Ladies and gentlemen, your wedding day is for you and for you only. Don't let anybody steer you in a different direction. Live your life. $26,000 on one dinner. Shout out to Wolf of Wall Street.
That's awesome. this is probably one of my favorite pods.
Do you say that to
Carmela,
everybody?
you go watch them all. You should
will.
already.
I'm going to.
But one of my favorites. I appreciate coming.
We've
on.
already switched up. He said
What?
this is my favorite, and now he said one of my favorites.
See, that wasn't in.
Slip
that was a fake
Slip
take.
in.
I can't.
That wasn't a fake take. If that doesn't end up on the pod,
I can't say that because then everyone would be like, oh, if I say it's one of my favorites. But
listen.
In
a world where we can have favorites, just tell the world I'm your favorite. It's fine.
As you already know, and we already
Blink
talked about it. Let's get killer views. I already think you're going to get a lot of views on this because
fam.
you're raw, and that's what I like about you.
It gets me in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but I bet you it gets you a lot of good too. You're here today because you were dancing to Bad Bunny on a video, and I was like, she would be awesome on the pod. She gets it.
That's my husband. Shout out Bad Bunny. I'm here for you anytime.
Here, we'll tag him in that clip.
Oh my God, please. Born to be a wife, forced to be a fan. Come find me. I'm here.
And we're ending on that.
Yay!
Thanks for coming in, girl. Check us out. Episodes every Thursday. The Mix Behind the Mic. Carmela, thank you for being here. We're out of here.
Having me.